Hey y'all, it's y'all favorite cozy girl, Chi the Reality Queen, and I am back again with another episode of Robe Chronicles. Tonight we're going to be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 8, and the girlies are still in Austin. Yes, that's right. They're still in Austin. It has been like 5 episodes now. Like, please leave that God-forsaken city. Okay? I mean, nothing against Austin, but like, what is going on here? That I feel like that means that they didn't really have too much to tape or too much to show us. If they spread out a 3-day trip into 5 episodes. Like, I'm tired. Okay. But, anyways, this episode starts off with Ashley and Giselle getting the room ready so they can celebrate um, Karen's birthday, Taurus gang or don't bang. Um, and it seems like they're trying to do like a maybe like a paint and sip. Remember, Ashley's been trying to get them to paint for a minute, so I'm sure she's like, "We gonna use these supplies I packed." That's what it seems like. Like Ashley is on that type of time. I packed these supplies, and we are going to paint something. The rest of the girls are down by the pool, but separate. So um, Robin, Mia, and NECA are in the pool, and Candace, Wendy, and Karen are sitting at the bar. And honestly, this little separate but equal, I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. Like, y'all can't even like spend, because I don't know how long they were getting ready, but like, y'all can't even spend 30 minutes to an hour chilling, drinking together. Like, y'all hate each other that much. Like, a group of three got to go, or someone's got to go, or somebody has to tell them, Andy, that y'all have to talk to each other. Y'all cannot keep playing on my television screen. Like, it was entertaining at first, but we're getting to a space where it's just like, I don't want to keep watching this. Like, I don't care who it is that has to go to get this group to work, but someone has to, or some bodies, right? Maybe two people have to, because it's crazy. Um, then I guess the girls in the pool, Nneka and them, are talking about Wendy, and Wendy is talking about her mom and how she's sick, and how because her mom was sick, everything Nneka was saying was like way more triggering, at least since they got to Austin, because she found out that her mom was like being hospitalized or something. And Candace said exactly what I was thinking. She was like, okay, I get that, but those two things have nothing to do with each other. But at the same time, I'm 10 toes down for my mom. So, like, I don't care what my mom said. I might have a conversation with my mom on a separate occasion, but you're not going to talk about my mom. In fact, my mom being in the hospital is the reason I would swing on you. So Wendy actually practiced restraint, because I think it's weird because a lot of people are like, oh, this, all that. But it's like, that's my mama. And if I love my mom, like, I know some of you guys hate your parents, they treated you bad. I don't know what the hell happened in your homes. And I know a lot of people don't like their parents, but if you like yours, you're not going to let anybody talk about, even if your parent is wrong, because your parent can be wrong and you can fight with your parent, but that doesn't mean you let other people, right? And especially as a Nigerian, you can't just let no child talk about your mama. They're not age mates. So it can't, no. Yeah. But either way, the storyline of Wendy and NECA, it's overdone. We're done with it. And yeah, it's over. But I am sorry that Wendy's mom is sick, because you never want anybody to be sick. So then are told to, they are summoned to the room so they can paint. And Karen was like, y'all better not be painting my vagina. And Ashley was like, yeah, we're all about to paint Karen's vagina. I was like, Ashley, please, do you bring anything besides poverty and vagina? And not saying she's poor, but the trip, it was very low class. But they were like, but they were actually just going to draw Karen. And I think that was a really fun bonding experience. Like, it's a moment at those times where they're able to sit and laugh, make it okay that they beef. Not the way that they're beefing, but I think those are the moments that when they do argue and they fight, it's like, well, they all come together in the end. But they haven't been all coming together. But this was one of those moments that they actually were able to come together. And so they all drew different versions of Karen or how they view her or what represents her. I'm not going to lie. I think the best one to me was Candace's because she didn't really draw a face. She made the whole thing purple and then drew hair and eyebrows and, excuse me, just the essence of Karen, which I actually really liked. I thought it was cute. And then Robin's messy self drew a blue Twitter check. It was funny. It was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Robin is funny sometimes. Robin is witty sometimes, but sometimes she's also raggedy. And I think that the problem with Robin stands is they don't ever want to admit the raggedy part of Robin. Like Robin can be raggedy. Robin is funny. Robin is fun. But Robin is also raggedy sometimes, and sometimes a little dizzy. Um, but yes, otherwise she has a sense of humor. She is funny, and I'm glad that Karen has also become a much better and bigger person, and that she can laugh at herself. Because I feel like early on she wasn't really good at laughing at herself, but maybe 8 seasons in, she's like, you know what, these ladies is not gonna stress me because she's able to laugh at herself, and I think I appreciate that. Um, then Giselle is like talking and she's like, her and Karen will always be good. And, because it's always lightweight shade between them. And she really loves her. She's known her a long time. I actually think of the women, despite her being besties with Robin, I think she's known Karen the longest, just the way she speaks. And she's like, whatever happened to lightweight shade and fun? And I've seen a lot of people saying it, and I concur. She is what happened to lightweight shade and fun. She started being downright mean and nasty. And I think it's because she doesn't know how to shade and she doesn't know how to go back and forth with people like in little like quips. So when she says stuff, it's just mean. Like talking about Candace's husband in the way that in the manner that she did, that's not lightweight shade. You said he made you feel uncomfortable. Valid. I don't care if that was Chris's intention. If that's how she felt, that's how she felt. You apologize. Hey, I didn't know I made you feel that way. I apologize. Boom. But then she started calling him a sneaky link. Then she started saying, I've been tried by many a men have tried me, etc., etc., as if he was trying to do something that she knew very well he wasn't trying to do. And that's where things went from lightweight shade to, hey, you're really trying to damage someone's life. And then now that she's getting death threats, everyone should be crying for Giselle. I'm not saying that she should get death threats, but I am saying that people are crazy. And you know that. And that has nothing to do with Candace. And that has nothing to do with Chris. Because crazy people gonna be crazy, whether it's Candace and Chris or whoever. So that's just my little bit. Um, then the ladies, well, I guess the last plan of the night is to go to a dinner and a drag show, which I've always wanted to do. You would be surprised that in my years of living, I have never been to one. I haven't been to a drag brunch. I haven't been to a drag dinner. And it's funny because I've actually purchased tickets to, I believe, two, and somehow something happened and I ended up not going. So I need to go because they always look like a really good time. And I need to fulfill that, you know, dream because it's at this point it's a dream. But yeah, the girls they get dressed to get up and go to this, and I know everybody is tired of that mugler. I don't know. I'm poor, so I don't know what it's called. But everybody is tired of that jumpsuit. But Wendy's body, it was bodying. It was bodying. Baby girl's body was bodying. Like she looked so good in that blue jumpsuit. It was actually sick. I was sick looking at her. I was like, wow, oh my God. This is insane how good you look. Like I saw her, the little bob. I think the whole thing came together really well. The shades, the heels, the fit, the hair. It was a look. It was a look. And I know people are tired. I think you have to have the right body for that jumpsuit. Um, I mean, I'm sure it looks good on everybody, but it looks great on some people. And Wendy, she looked great. Like fantastic. I actually couldn't even remember what the other people were wearing because she looked so good. I think Candace had a pink jumpsuit. Ashley was wearing something tacky per usual. And then I don't even at this time I don't even remember what anybody else was wearing. So they get to the dinner and they're talking about chicken shit bingo and the fun that they've had on this trip, if they can call it fun. I'm not sure if they've I don't know if they've had fun. And then Ashley brings up how emotional Candace got um, while talking with Robin, and she talks about how um, Candace always is going to social media to talk about them, and she says everything to people's faces, and she doesn't do that, and blah blah blah. And okay, Candace starts to get upset, rightfully so. And the thing that's funny is, I don't think Candace has ever not said what she's thinking in person. Just because she live tweets as she watches the season, I don't think that means she doesn't say what she like, you know what I mean? Because like if you watch the season, they're watching the edited version. They are not in every scene. They are not there. So when they're watching, that's her live reaction to stuff. So I think it's a little unfair to expect her to not have a live reaction, right? I think that they're not being very fair because I've seen plenty other housewives, i.e., Lisa from Salt Lake City. She is always tweeting um, live reactions to her episodes and trying to make little reads and disses. Not great ones, not even good ones, but she does them. And so I'm like, you can't really fault Candace for that. Like and so when Candace started getting mad and going off and talking about the line is always moving, she's kind of right because when it comes to her, you guys are mad because she's quick. I think that's what really bothers them. She is quick. She is witty. She is good on her feet. You are not going to catch her slipping. And because of that, and the fact they can't keep up, there's no back and forth because they can't keep up. I think that upsets them. I think that's what makes them so angry and so, the reason why they hold Candace to the standard because there's no tit for tat. It's tit, 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 tit. Yes. So they get really angry. And so, she she's upset. She's like, Ashley, I'm not even addressing you. And I think that's best. I mean, your husband currently has a lawsuit out against me. You say that's not your husband or y'all are divorcing, but it's been a long time and no divorce has gone through. Like, girl, you still with that man. You still support what he does. Like, why are you talking to me? I'm going to talk to her either. That is a very good reason not to talk to somebody, in my opinion. And she was like, you can talk to my ass or something. I think that's what Candace says. And Ashley's like, well, get up and walk away so I can do it or whatever. And I'm like, Yeah, that was a little clever. Ashley, you've been lacking this season, but that was a little clever. I was like, okay. You know how people say, oh, they ate that one little thing? Ashley ate that one little thing. That one little thing. It was good. It was clever. Go you. Um, but yeah, so Wendy, to try and kind of like clarify, was like, oh, well, Robin, do you have anything to ask Candace to kind of get this, conversation going or this communication? And this is why y'all hate Wendy, but Wendy is really that girl. She may not like Robin, but she knows that her friend really is like, that's her friend. And she is trying to be a good friend. And if Giselle was a good friend and a good person, that would be the stance she's taking too. But it's not, because she's not a good person ultimately. Ultimately, when it's all said and done, she's not a good person, because if she was a good person, she would want her friend to be happy. Now, if Robin's like, I hate her, it don't matter, I don't like that girl, then fine. But I don't think that's where Robin stands either, because even though she acts like it, I don't truly feel like that's where she stands. And then, she was, like I said, complaining that no one should use social media to malign or talk about another person. And I just think that's so unrealistic. It's 2024. People live watch, people tweet, people have podcasts. I mean, just because you may not think your podcast is social media, it is. If you don't think Patreon is social media, it is, right? It doesn't matter. These are all spaces in which you use to talk about people. Maybe not often, maybe not all the time, maybe not as much as Candace, right? But it's like, it's really not fair to say that, right? Um, can Candace, and I'm also understanding the other side, right? Candace had a lot to say. Again, I don't know the inner workings of their friendship, because yes, I probably would have live reacted and been angry with my friend. I probably would have. But I also would have called them and been like, girl, what am I watching? What is this? What am I hearing? Why are you like, I'm finding out your man, you're my friend, and I'm finding out you was on my head, but your man was cheating. Girl, is what were you thinking? I'ma call them. And I don't know if Candace called or if she didn't call. I mean, we see a couple texts here and there, but I don't know the timeline, right? So without that more information, it kind of, I don't know. I just think that they need to hash it out, and they need to keep that friendship separate from Giselle, because she is not supportive of it. And she would prefer that they're not friends. And that's why I think she's taking the stance that she is. But, anyways, I think neither Candace nor Robin like to hear the truth ultimately. It's why they were friends. It's why they now can't come to a resolution, because they're very similar. No one is willing to be that bigger person. I mean, Candace is talking to her, but Candace's first words should have been like, all of that bull skip I was talking, I'm sorry. Those should have been her first words to Robin. However, and maybe not even however, I'm sorry, complete sentence, complete thought. Then move on to the things that bothered you and why you felt obligated to go off or pop off, and move in that light. Because if you move from a space of, I'm actually sorry, then I think Robin would be more willing to receive. But I think the space is coming from a very accusatory position, and it's because she's still mad at Giselle, and then Robin is then accusing Candace, and it's just, it's not going to fix itself in that space. So then Robin gets up from the table to go call Juan. Why? I don't know. I mean, yes, when you have a problem and you're married, you're supposed to be able to call your spouse to vent, to talk, to get advice, to discuss. That should be a thing. However, Juan is not that person. And immediately she calls him. She's like, "Why isn't your FaceTime working?" He's like, "I don't know, Robin." I've never had my FaceTime not work unless the service was bad, but we could hear him loud and clear. So, okay. Then she was telling him about Candace and this and that. And instead of being like, Rob, it's okay. Just go over there, chill. You don't have to interact with her. He starts yelling at her. I mean, I don't think they have had an interaction where he was not yelling at her, like over the phone. Like when she's just trying to come to him and vent and be like, "Yes, my dude is gonna have my side." Like he just is yelling. He's like, "Go listen to her, Robin. Go be the bigger person for once. This and that, blah blah blah." Which means I don't know how present he is, but as her husband, he knows the truth. So if he's telling her to go listen to Candace, be the bigger person, and all that, that means he knows that Robin probably ultimately wants to be her friend because she must talk about Candace a lot or the situation or whatever. That's what I got from that situation. I got that Juan knows that there's more to the story than what we're seeing. Like I said, Robin has this thing where she needs to play real, real tough in front of Giselle, probably because she knows what we all know. Giselle's not really that good of a person, or maybe she is when she's off camera. Possibly. I actually believe that because, like I said, they are only, I think Giselle likes to show a certain side of herself. It's not a good side, but she likes to show that one side. And I want to believe that there is another side because people obviously are friends with her and they like her. So she can't be all bad. But the side she shows us as viewers is not someone who's very nice or caring. And maybe Robin feels like she can't be vulnerable or be honest or tell her friend the truth. But clearly, Juan knew something like, go be the bigger person and go talk to her. Like, you must, because everybody knows men. Men are going to be like, girl, stop calling me. Like, you want to be this girl's friend, go talk to her. Um, and of course, Candace is at the table crying because Candace can't have a conversation without crying. It used to bother me, but I've learned that some people are very emotional and you just have to accept them for who they are. They are emotional for them, they're emotional for others, they're emotional for situations, and that's just who Candace is. So I don't think her tears bother me anymore. Is that how I would behave? Probably not, but that's who Candace is. Um, yeah, Robin on the other side with Juan is trying to hang up the phone because obviously he's not, once again, giving her the support she was looking for. I mean, girl, if you hurt, call your mama. Hopefully her mama is well. She should call her or another friend, whoever is going to answer and give you the solace that you're looking for. But it's not Juan. It's not Juan. But yeah, so they get everybody comes back to the table. I mean, before they come back, Giselle goes over to Robin and Mia gets up and goes to check in on Robin. And it's funny because in this moment, Mia's like, we're not being good friends to Robin with everything she's going through. And Karen was like, for me to treat Robin's tears with more value than I treat Candace's, like it's not realistic. I'm not going to do that. And Robin, you're saying we're not being a good friend to her with everything she's going through, but it's like Robin is choosing to continuously stay in that situation. What do you want me to do? And that's real. When your friend chooses to continue down a path that they have been warned not to go down, what do you want me to do? I cannot fight them. they have made this decision. I can either support them as best as I can from the space that I'm in, help them where I can, but I can't make them do anything. And that's where Karen was absolutely spot on, especially with how insistent Robin is with that relationship. You're not going to tell her anything. You just got to let her be and support her when she's mad with him. Be there for her when she want to go back to him. Be there for her, because honestly, there's really nothing else. And even Wendy was like, yeah, what the hell do you want us to do? Like, the girl has made her decision. That is that. Let's dead that. And I feel like they're the only people being realistic, because Mia and the rest of them are trying to act like, oh, we have to support her. She says she 100% doesn't care. So why are you guys still caring for her? Let her be. Um, then Giselle and Karen, I guess they played quarters, never played it, but they were like, oh, I have to give you a lap dance, Karen, and Ashley has to give you a kiss. And so Giselle, still terrible dance moves. But again, she's trying, and that's all that really matters. And Ashley goes to kiss Karen on the cheek, of course, and here comes Candace making her little smart comments under her breath about chlamydia, gonorrhea, and herpes, or whatever STD she thinks Ashley got. And honestly, that's shady. But Candace is shady, so it's to be expected. Yes. So, anyways, they go to the drag show, and oh my God, the drag show looks like the fun time that I thought it would be. Like, I need to go. But anyways, while they're there, they do a little competition and they call the girlies up. Um, I believe they call up everybody but Robin and Giselle, or they don't want to go up, whichever one. And so they're up there and they do like, okay, do your fiercest walk. And Wendy goes and she does her little walk and she cute in her little outfit. And here comes NECA trying to thumbs down her. Now, thumbs downing Wendy, whatever, you're a loser, you're a hater. But then she tries to tap Mia to join in on the thumbs down. But she couldn't even get that cosign. Mia was like, no, thumbs up, baby girl. Because one thing about Mia is a girl's girl. She's not a hater. Like, I mean, she was trying to have her little fake drama with Wendy last season. But at the end of the day, if you a cute girl, you a cute girl. She's not going to hate on you because she's mad at you. She thinks Wendy is pretty. She thinks Wendy dresses nice. She thinks Wendy is that girl. So, NECA, you're not going to get her to thumbs down Wendy because she sees her as like a cute girly. And one thing Mia is not a hater. She might be a liar, but she is not a hater. Mia was like, I can give a girly a compliment when they deserve it. And that's what she did. She gave her the compliment. Like, please, NECA. Then NECA went stiff as a board. Okay, please, I have to get serious with you people. As an Igbo, I can't even begin to imagine that NECA is that stiff. Stiff! Body just like that. Just, just like that. Her dancing, just very stiff. I was like, not you thumbs downing Wendy when you moving like that. Dressed like, what was she wearing? Frilly pants with a silk satin top? Girl, you look terrible in that outfit. What were How dare you thumb someone down when you know you have no rhythm and you was dressed like that? Tacky. Okay? Just tacky. Like, I couldn't even just say the word regular. I have to accentuate it because it was so bad. Like, I was like, where did she get that outfit from? That was ugly. I don't care. It could cost $2,000. It was ugly. What were you? What? Girl, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Don't. I'm not saying that you can't be mad at Wendy. I'm not saying whatever, but you can't be thumbs downing her when you look that tacky. No, it's not this. It's not. It's not a win for you. That was a big L. Um. And then Robin in her little confessional was like, it was warranted. You're a loser too, actually. Because what? Why are you a hater? I hate haters like that. Like that should be pissing me off. Like you have to be able to give people due where it is. Like she looked good, her walk was cute, she did her little thing, and whatever. Like you don't have to like her, but let's not lie. Come on. And then after immediately after, Robin is one of the first people uh, NECA one of the first people they send off stage. So clearly, you thumbs down and doing all that, people booed you and got you off stage. You should have been thumbs down in yourself. Don't piss me off. Oh, that pissed me off. I'm like if she had gone up there and did something good, then it's like, oh well, she thumbs down her because she was a hot girl, but like not stiff. Oh God. Anyway, the girls had a good time. The drag show looked like it was a lot of fun. They got the girlies out there with shirts with Karen's face on it. It was really, really cute. I think that one little thing was the best part of Karen's birthday. I mean, if I had to go to Austin, Texas for my birthday, I'd be disappointed. But that little drag dinner and whatever, it looked like a good time. And I'm glad that the girls had a good time there, right? Like I like when they have a good time. Um, but now they're finally heading home from Austin. We thank God. I can't wait to get on with this season. We're at episode 8. They were just in Austin for like the past 5. How many more episodes are left? I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, at least another 8. But like, who knows? I mean, I don't know if I can make it through another 8. How are you guys feeling? It seems like we're about halfway through the season. What do you think? Like, I really don't think we've seen enough. I don't think enough has happened. I don't think this season is going well. I think Wendy is that girl. I think Karen is that girl. I think Mia is really a girl's girl. I really like her. Um, Candace, she has things she needs to fix, but I like her. Robin has a lot of things that need to be fixed, but she gets to be, a little likable. Ashley, they got to tell her to step her game up and stop planning these type of vacations. NECA, girl, get it together. It's actually pinning me. It is. It's pinning me. As a fellow Igbo, it pains me to have to say bad things about NECA. As you notice, I'm very easy on her. I try to be very easy on the girl because I don't want it to be like that. But she just continues to do things that's just not in alignment with what I was hoping for her character. Oh, bothering me. But whatever. Just tell me what you guys are thinking about the season. Where do you hope it goes from here? How do you think it gets better from here? I don't know. Just let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.